In the NFL, some rivalries last forever, just like the one between the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears. Other rivalries lasted so long they lost their steam and disappeared forever. But there are always new rivalries coming up every year. The 2016 and 17 NFL seasons have shown signs that some new and epic rivalries are on the horizon. The bad blood is just getting started. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present 10 NFL rivalries that will take off in 2018. New Orleans Saints and Minnesota Vikings. We thought this rivalry would start after the 2009 NFC Championship game, but the Vikings endured a long period of mediocrity. The Saints soon followed suit. But after their epic 2017 divisional round clash, the Vikes and Saints will be battling for long-term NFC supremacy. Each team is loaded with young stars. The Saints will never forget the Minneapolis Miracle. It has caused bitterness that will only help this rivalry grow. Oakland Raiders and New England Patriots. The Tuck Rule game remains the most depressing moment in Oakland Raiders history, but because they've been so flippin' bad for 15 years, their rivalry with the Patriots never got going. It will now. The great John Gruden returns as Raiders head coach. He will get more chances to finally unseat Bill Belichick. The Raiders and Patriots figure to be among the AFC's best teams in 2018. We just know that they'll be clashing in the playoffs again in the near future. Jacksonville Jaguars and Tennessee Titans. These were two of the most awful teams between 2009 and 16. But the Jaguars and Titans ended lengthy playoff droughts in 2017, and both just happened to play in the AFC South. And now this division is a lot of fun to watch again. Two teams with so much young talent and great playmakers on both sides of the ball. Titans quarterback Marcus Mariota versus the Jaguars' elite defense will be a storyline to follow for many years. We would not be surprised if they met in the playoffs and became the AFC's next great rivalry. Both teams are built to win for a long time after all. Green Bay Packers and Atlanta Falcons. Back in 2010, many were hyping up Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan to be the next great quarterback rivalry to succeed Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. But with one Super Bowl championship and just two playoff meetings between the two, the Rodgers-Ryan rivalry hasn't lived up to the hype. Well, 2018 and beyond provides a let's try this again moment. Both teams failed to reach expectations in 2017. But Rodgers and Ryan will be among the top passing leaders for a few more years each. They'll carry two epic offenses. They'll both look to get back to the Super Bowl. We just feel like they're destined to meet again in the playoffs. They're also set to face off again in 2018, so we'll see if Rodgers ends a three-game losing streak to Matty Ice. We're confident this rivalry gains more steam in 2018. It has to happen, just has to. San Francisco 49ers and Los Angeles Rams. For the better part of the last 15 years, these two teams were among the hardest to watch in sports. It was painful. No good players, so much boringness, sloppy games, please make it stop. Good news, the 49ers and Rams will actually be one of the NFL's best rivalries for years to come. The Rams are revitalized under young star quarterback Jared Goff. He's going to be one of the elite pocket passers for the next decade, and so is $137 million man Jimmy Garoppolo. It's like the next Manning versus Brady, but they're in the same division and will meet twice a season. For all we know, this rivalry spans a decade, maybe more. Gosh, who else is excited? Minnesota Vikings and Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles throttled the Vikings in the 2017 NFC Championship game en route to a Super Bowl 52 championship. If you thought that was the peak of this rivalry, you'd be more wrong than the NFL pundits who gave Philly zero chance at winning a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. The Vikings and Eagles have young cores that have given them a super long championship window. Each has a top 5 defensive unit in the NFL. Both have insanely fast and elite offensive weapons that can take over games. We wouldn't be shocked if they met in the playoffs for 5 years in a row. Both are primed to win so much between now and 2028. So sit back and enjoy the show. Indianapolis Colts and New England Patriots. It was up to Andrew Luck to maintain the Colts Patriots rivalry when Peyton Manning left for Denver. Unfortunately, that never happened. The rivalry was way too one-sided in New England's favor. The Deflategate scandal was forgotten about pretty quickly. But then Josh McDaniels happened. Just when he was about to be introduced as the Colts' next head coach for 2018, he spurned them and stayed with the Patriots as their offensive coordinator. In a press conference, Colts GM Chris Ballard said the rivalry is back on. Alrighty, Andrew Luck. Get healthy and make this rivalry fun again. Take it to McDaniels and the Patriots. Seattle Seahawks and Atlanta Falcons. Two epic regular season tilts in 2016 and 17. Playoff battles in 2012 and 16. Did we mention Falcons head coach Dan Quinn used to be the defensive coordinator of the Seahawks? Matt Ryan has been a joy to watch against the Seahawks' iconic Legion of Boom. We still think both teams can contend for a few more years. Russell Wilson and Matty Ice always put on a show against each other. Let's see this rivalry get a tad bit stronger in 2018. It's already gotten off to a solid start, but there is a higher ceiling it hasn't reached yet. Jacksonville Jaguars and Pittsburgh Steelers. After an embarrassing showing against the Jaguars during the 2017 season, Ben Roethlisberger said, "Maybe I don't have it anymore." Sure enough, he still had it. But the Jaguars came into Heinz Field and beat the Steelers in the AFC divisional round. The Steelers' killer bees just couldn't top the Jaguars. After the Patriots, these two are the two top teams in the AFC. Both feature a nice set of weapons on offense and a championship-caliber defense. They seemed poised to have many more epic regular season and playoff tilts. The trash talk between Jalen Ramsey, Mike Mitchell, and others is a must-see too. You know, the hatred between the two is slowly building up. Now watch the Jaguars and Steelers fight for AFC supremacy for the next decade. Philadelphia Eagles and Los Angeles Rams. The Rams took Jared Goff first overall in 2016. The Eagles took Carson Wentz second overall in 2016. Both men had MVP-like seasons in 2017, and both men got their longtime struggling teams to the playoffs. Goff and Wentz have the tools to be the top two quarterbacks in football for the next decade, and they're surrounded by elite young supporting casts. Everyone loves a great QB rivalry. Manning and Brady got into each other's way for nearly 2 full decades. Who says Goff and Wentz can't do the same? This rivalry is for real, folks. It's probably the top and up-and-coming rivalry that will dominate storylines for the next 10 years. Enjoy. And now it's time for the Total Pro Sports Timeout video question. What other NFL rivalries will take off in 2018? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, then feel free to click like. We really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that. And that's it for now, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.